Ever feel like you're fighting a losing battle with your own body? You know, like your cravings and your energy levels just have a mind of their own? Well, according to Dr. Emily Steinbach, you're not wrong and you're definitely not alone. The problem is pretty simple actually. Our bodies are basically running on ancient software in a hyper-modern world. And once you get your head around that one idea, it can change everything about how you think about health. So let's dive in and unpack what that really means. Think about it. For literally millions of years, our bodies evolved to be incredible endurance machines. Our hunter-gatherer ancestors were on the move constantly. They were built to survive times when food was scarce, and their diets were packed with all sorts of different kinds of fiber. Their bodies were programmed for survival in a tough, frugal world. Okay, now fast forward to today. Our environment has done a complete 180. We're sitting down most of the day. We're surrounded by this endless supply of cheap, high-calorie, ultra-processed food. We just don't have to move to survive anymore. And it's this exact conflict, this fundamental mismatch that sits at the very heart of so many of our modern health struggles. So for this first part, we're really going to dig into that mismatch and explore how our own survival instincts, the very things that were once our greatest asset, are now kinda working against us in this world of non-stop excess. This quote from Dr. Steinbach just nails it. It points to this incredible paradox, right? Our brains are literally hardwired to seek out high-energy foods and to save energy by resting whenever possible. Now back in the day, that was a brilliant survival strategy. But today, that same programming is what sends us to the couch with a bag of chips instead of out for a walk. Our bodies aren't broken, they're just following their old instructions in a world that has completely changed all the rules of the game. The consequences of this mismatch are, well, they're massive, but the craziest part is that most of them are hidden. Dr. Steinbach uses this fantastic metaphor of a sickness iceberg to show us what's really going on just beneath the surface. So the visible tip of that iceberg, it's the global obesity crisis, and the numbers here are just staggering. Projections show that by 2030, literally half of the world's population could be living with obesity. And, look, this isn't just about how we look. It's a serious disease that puts us at risk for so many other health problems, but that's just the part we can see. This really shows you the whole picture. Above the water, you've got the things we talk about all the time. Obesity and type 2 diabetes. But what's happening submerged, hidden from view? That's where you find the root causes. Things like chronic low-grade inflammation, which is basically your body in a constant state of low-key stress. And something called gut dysbiosis, which is just a fancy way of saying the bacteria in your gut are all out of whack. And get this, even the soaring rates of anxiety, depression, and cognitive decline are part of this iceberg. They're all connected. Okay, so if this is happening to so many of us, why is the conversation always about willpower? Just eat less, move more, right? Well, the science shows that it's just not that simple. Our health is way more complex than just a failure of self-control. This is the question, isn't it? The one so many of us beat ourselves up over. And the answer, according to the science, is a huge resounding no. Gaining weight and finding it hard to lose is incredibly complex. It's not a character flaw. It's biology. In fact, our own bodies can start to work against us. Take a hormone called leptin. It's produced by our fat cells, and its job is to go up to the brain and say, hey, we're good. We've got plenty of energy stored. You can stop eating now. But when there's an excess of fat tissue, the brain gets totally flooded with leptin. It gets overwhelmed and just starts ignoring the signal. And the result? You feel this intense constant hunger even when your body has more than enough fuel. It's a biological trap, not a lack of willpower. And it's not just about hormones. There is another massive player in this whole network, your gut. You know, it's often called our second brain, and for a very good reason. It has this huge network of neurons down there. We're talking hundreds of millions of them, and it's headquarters for about 70% of our immune system. It is in constant communication with the brain in your head, and it influences everything from your mood to your appetite. And our modern diet just throws a huge wrench into this whole system. When we eat ultra-processed foods, it messes with that delicate balance of microbes in our gut. This distressed gut then sends alarm signals up to the brain. And how does the brain respond? A lot of the time, it triggers intense cravings for the very foods that cause the problem in the first place. It locks us in this vicious cycle that is incredibly hard to break. Now, if you need some stone-cold proof of just how powerful our gut microbiome is, you have to hear about this incredible study. Scientists found pairs of identical twins where one was thin and the other had obesity. They had the exact same genes, right? The same DNA, but their gut bacteria, totally different. So here's where it gets really fascinating. The researchers took gut microbe samples from the twins and transferred them into two groups of mice that were raised in a sterile environment. So they had no gut bacteria of their own. One group of mice got the microbes from the thin twin, and the other group got them from the twin with obesity. And the result was absolutely stunning. Even though both groups of mice ate the exact same diet, the mice that received the microbes from the twin with obesity, they gained way more weight and more body fat. This just powerfully shows that our gut microbes aren't just passengers along for the ride. They are active drivers of our metabolism. Okay, I know this might all sound a little bleak. Our ancient biology is clashing with the modern world. Our internal systems can get hijacked. But here's the thing. This knowledge is actually incredibly empowering. It's our roadmap. It shows us the path forward is about working with our biology, not constantly fighting against it. This is really the core message of Dr. Steinbach's work. The second we understand these systems, we gain the power to influence them. The changes we make, the new habits we adopt today, they really can have a profound impact on our well-being tomorrow. And let's be super clear. The solution is not the next fad diet or some punishing cycle of restriction. Those things almost always backfire because they can cause us to lose muscle and just mess up our metabolism even more. The real sustainable solution is to start seeing your body for what it is, this complex ancient ecosystem. And the goal is to nourish it, to support it, and to help it thrive in this crazy modern landscape. And that leaves us with the ultimate question, doesn't it? It reframes this entire challenge. It stops being about fighting your body and starts being about becoming its steward. It's a really powerful shift in perspective. And you know what? It's the very first step toward truly reclaiming your health.